أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد وما أبرئ نفسي إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء إلا ما رحم ربي إن ربي لغفور رحيم وقال الله تعالى في شأن حبيبه مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما درود الصلوات اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وأصحاب سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه بلغ الأولى بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله حصلت جميع خصاله صلوا عليه وآله وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وأصحاب سيدنا ومولانا محمد مع الجود والكرم بلغ الأولى بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله حصل جميع الصالح صلوا عليه وآله وسلموا تسليما رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. All praise is due to Allah Almighty, the nourisher of mankind, the sustainer of the universe, the Lord of all the worlds, the Master of the Day of Judgment. Countless peace and blessings be upon our liege Lord, the best of creation, the crown of creation, the jewel of creation, the beloved of Allah, the most perfect man, the mercy of all the worlds, the overdone of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa barik wa sallam. Countless peace and blessings be upon his blessed family, the Ahlul Bayt. Countless peace and blessings be upon his blessed Sahabat, the noble companions of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa barik wa sallam. Countless peace and blessings be upon the awliya Kamaleen, the friends of Allah Almighty. Countless peace and blessings be upon ulama Ahl Sunnah, the scholars of the way of community. And countless peace and blessings be upon ummatihi ajma'een, all the believers to the day of gathering. Alhamdulillah, we are in the month of Rabiul Thani, possibly the last Jummah Mubarak of the fourth month of Islamic calendar. Rabiul Thani, or otherwise called as Rabiul Akhir, the second spring. We are talking about the life and the teaching of Huzur Shaykh Ghaus Azam Sayyid Abdul Qadir Al-Jilani Rahmatullah alayh. Today I want to talk about the aspect about how the awliya Allah, the men of Allah, become great and what is true success to them. It also will fit in very well because we are in a new year, in the Christian year, and something that we can't get away from the fact from, something we use as our calendar. So we are in the year 2019. We have all sorts of things we talk about. We have resolutions we make. But for a Muslim, the greatest resolution to make is to attain the pleasure of Allah. And to follow and be obedient of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now to do that, we need to understand ourselves. Understand who we are and what is it that drives us. What underlying force is it inside us that drives us? And what is used against us by the greatest enemy, Shaitan. Now, my dear brothers, before we can actually start to understand and set ourselves goals in our lives and make ourselves better Muslims, we need to first understand. There's no use a person going out to travel to a place when one does not know his destination. One does not know his provisions when he is on the way. one does not know how to organize himself to get there in the first place, then that person is a wayfarer. He doesn't know where he's going. He's not experienced traveling. In this journey of life, we need to understand how to get to our destination. Like the Prophet ﷺ said to Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar, he put his blessed hand on his shoulder and he said, be in this world as if you were a stranger, but also have your provisions. Mentioned Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari. Now, what I want to talk about today, primarily, is the nafs itself. Now, the nafs has been discussed by scholars over the centuries through the Quran and the Hadith, what it talks about in its different ways. Some call it the self, some call it the soul. But today I want to approach from the self side. I read an aiyatul for you today, which is in Surah Yusuf, verse 53. And it talks about the very lowly nafs we have in our bodies, which is nafs ammara, the evil soul, the evil self. Allah says in the Quran, in the beginning of the 30th juz of Quran, Surah Yusuf, verse 53, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي إِنَّ رَبِّي لَغَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. The background to this is the Sayyidina Yusuf ala nabiyyina was a big prophet of Allah Almighty, and he went through a lot of trials and tribulations. But one of the trials he went through is that the Queen of Egypt, Zulayha, fell in love with him. And this love was very infatuous, so obsessive that she was ready to sacrifice all her kingdom and all his palace, and even her own husband. She was ready to betray him to get close to him. And she tried to scandalize Sayyidina Yusuf ala nabiyyina in such a way that there was no way that he could fall out of his trap. But yet Allah might save him from the scandal. She wanted to blame him for having an illicit affair, which Allah Ta'ala protects all the prophets of Allah Almighty. And then the Aziz al-Misr, the king of Egypt, his husband, he had no option because he was under pressure before Yusuf ala nabiyyina into jail. And he spent a long time into jail, and then the innocence of Sayyidina Yusuf Islam became apparent. And this is also itself, because those who are interested in the story of Yusuf Islam, the Quran talks about this is one of the most beautiful narrations in the Quran, talking about how we can deal with our trials and tribulations in life, and lots of lessons we learn from this story. Now Sayyidina Yusuf ala nabiyyina then was known to his Aziz al-Misr about his innocence, and then he came out. But when he came out, after many years in jail, he made a statement. At that time, he could have said that I was innocent for myself, and this shows that such great prophets, when they talk, they always produce humility in their statements. And what did he say? When Aziz said to him that I knew from the beginning that you were innocent, he says, listen to me very carefully. And these are the words of the Quran. وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I don't have any control over myself. إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. No doubt the self is evil. It commands to be evil. La'ammara is amara. It comes from amr, which is something that commands, something that makes someone do something, acts upon something. إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. No doubt the evil, the self is evil and it commands to do evil. إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. Except for those who Allah has mercy upon. My Lord has mercy upon. إِنَّ رَبِّي لَغَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. No doubt my Lord is ever forgiving, ever merciful. So Sayyidina Yusuf said, it is no greatness of me, it is no excellence of my own self. This is Allah Almighty who made me control. And he was saying that the human nature is that when I was with Zulayha, when she tried to tempt me into doing sin, Allah Almighty was there to save me. Allah Almighty was there to stop my nafs. And here he introduces a concept. So Yusuf ala nabiyyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam, it's a concept where it's mentioned in the Quran by Allah Almighty that the nafs itself by nature is evil. Everyone's nature, the nafs, it has an evil side to it. And this is known as nafs ammara. Now the scholars, they have talked about the nafs itself and how the Quran talks. Some of it is 6, some in 7, but there was examples in 6. In the Quran, the word nafs itself has been mentioned nearly 300 times. 298 to be exact. In various forms and roots. 280, just the word, the root word, noon, fasin, nafs, the self, is mentioned over 200 times in the Quran. 280 times in the Quran. And then if you look at all the derivatives and alternatives, anfus, and munaffas, and anfusahum, then the number goes to 298. So very close to 300. The word nafs. Now, the scholars say that the stages of nafs are different, and how a person needs to train himself to get close to Allah. Inshallah, we'll come up to that. I want to call it back when people are going to Shareef, we talk about this. And the Ramadan talks about the 6 stages of the nafs. And the scholars have taken these ayats of Ramadan and then define them. Those people who are the aiyatul, the ones who are the experienced scholars, we talk about how to help ourselves, clean ourselves, and purify our heart and soul and mind. They mentioned there are 6 stages of the nafs. And this is the first stage, the evil self. Imam Ghazali mentions about the evil self, it's like a wild horse. No matter how many times you try to control it, you can't. That is the definition he gives about evil self. It is so evil that no matter how many times you try to control it, it runs out wild. That is what we are like. When we can't control our desires, when the evil self is upon us, our nafs ammara, we start to have desires and wants, and no matter how much we try, we fall prey to them. Allah Almighty has clearly said, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Allah Almighty made it perfect. And what does the insan want to do? Because of the evil actions, somebody does now he wants to become the lowest. Allah Almighty has given us the perfect performance. He has given the highest standards. But yet, we want to go back to the evil nature of ourselves. And we go to the lowest. Therefore, nafs ammara, this is something that really the excuse needs a lot of time to talk about, and that should be a proper lecture, and lots of scholars will talk about this. About the nafs itself and how to train yourself and control yourself. Then we from the nafs ammara, which is the evil self, where the person cannot control his own sins, we have the nafs lawwama. Nafs lawwama is the self-reproaching self, the self-examining self. And the Quran is Surah Iqamah talks about it. And Allah Almighty actually swears about this. There's very few places where Allah Almighty does an oath. He says, La uqsimu yawm al-qiyamah. I swear by the day of judgment. Wa la uqsimu bin nafs lawwama. And I also swear about that self, which is self-reproaching, self-evaluating. And the scholars ask, why is this? Why is the word qiyamah and nafs lawwama put together? And they say it's because on the day of judgment, many people will censor themselves and blame themselves. Imam Hussein mentioned this, and Sayyid Abdullah ibn Abbas in that of Seen mentioned this. And people will censor themselves. Even the people who are people of taqwa will say, if only the time I had free in doing zikr and I spent that all the time, they wish I could do more so that my height, my daraja in paradise could even higher. And those who will do sins, they will be definitely censored them all the time. If only I didn't do this, then Allah Almighty will give me a place amongst of those people who will go to paradise. So nafs al-lawwama is the one that is self-centered. So when a person does a sin, then in him he has this inner trait. He has this inner force, which was dormant before, but now he opens it up. And what does he do? That inner force of him starts to blame himself. Why did you do that? You shouldn't be doing that. And that's a good sign of a woman. That is a good sign of believing that his nafs al-lawwama now is starting to become. The nafs ammara is starting to become subdued. He's starting to control his command and desires. And what does he do? He starts to fall between good and bad, good and bad. There's a battle going on. And this is where the struggle against the nafs starts. The nafs al-lawwama. Just reproaching him, blaming him. He does sin again, he blames him again. He does the sin again, he starts blaming again. So whenever he does sin, he recognizes that he's doing sin, and he tries to ask Allah's forgiveness. This is good. Then we have nafs al-mulk. In Surah Al-Layl, it's mentioned about this. In the 7th, 8th verse, Allah Almighty again takes the oath here. The woe here is woe qasmiyah. وَنَفْسِ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا, and by the soul which Allah has perfected for you. Yourself, Allah has perfected for you. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فجورها وتقواها. And Allah inspired our soul. فجورها وتقواها, that eyelid and soul can stop you from transgressing to limits of sins. فجورها, the word fajur here is all the transgressions, all the types of sins that this can do. وتقواها, all can go towards piety, towards God consciousness, taqwa. So Allah Almighty introduced that the nafs mulhima is that type of nafs which inspires a person to good deeds. And when a person gets to that stage, the hadith says that a person has one shaitan with him. And also there's also an angel in him. And if he subdues his nafs to the point that he stops listening to the whispering of the shaitan, then he starts seeing the inspirations of his soul, the good things. And that is a state of nafs mulhima. That is actually getting close, very close. But now he is being motivated by his own nafs to do good works. He might be sitting at home, he might be saying to himself, I need to start to read salah in Jummah. This is nafs mulhima. I need to make a focus on what I need to do myself. I need to make a focus on how to make someone better Muslim. I need to read the Quran daily. I need to sit down and learn knowledge about Islam. I need to go to my parents and see them more often. I need to do such and such these good acts. This is inspiration, of course, from Allah Almighty. Remember, if everything is only with Allah, only from Allah Almighty. And then the time comes when Surah Fajr briefly mentions that the person keeps on doing good works, keeps on doing good works, keeps on doing good works. Allah Almighty then gives them the chance to get to the level of nafs mutma'inna. We should all pray Allah gives us nafs mutma'inna. Why? I just tell you. And that is that Allah Almighty says Surah Fajr that nafs mutma'inna, Allah Ta'ala has given good news to nafs mutma'inna. Allah Ta'ala says in Surah Fajr, the very last verses, Ya aiyatul nafs mutma'inna, irji'i ila rabbika radiyatan mardiyya. There is good news for the nafs which is tranquil, which is content with me. And Allah Almighty says it gets to the level of radiya, mardiyya. Now this is also the level of nafs radiya and mardiyya, that Allah is pleased with that, and that soul is also pleased with Allah Almighty. That's why the Sahaba Kiram had a title, radiyallahu anhu wa radu an. These were the people. The foremost nation of the Muslims, the Sahaba were the level of nafs mutma'inna. Allah Almighty himself says in the Quran, radiyallahu anhu wa radu an. These are those people Allah is pleased with, wa radu an, Allah is pleased with them. And this is that level when a person is tranquil, he is calm. Imam Ghazali again mentions this position again. He says that a time comes when a person tries to come on top of a horse. And he can control it, but he falls off again. That is the level of lawama and mulhima. But then a time comes he becomes experienced riding on the horse, and he can control the horse, and he tells the horse which direction to go, and that horse will follow. And now the horse has become him, and he has become the horse, and they know each other very well. That's the level of nafs. So before, the level of nafs was that the horse was well, he could control it. Wherever the horse went, he followed it. This is the opposite. Wherever he wants the horse to go, the horse goes that way. And that's what nafs is for us. It should be. We should control our own nafs. Now come to our final thing. How is it that we can start to look at ourselves today? I was saying in the beginning, we want to make resolutions. It's a new year. We want to make ourselves better. Some of those who do business studies, we need to look at that in our own lives. We need to do that to ourselves. Take one goal, for example. Let's say if you're smoking. Let's say if you're not reading the namaz 5 times a day. Make yourself, look at yourself. There's what we call in business analysis smart analysis, smart goals. What does that mean? The word S means it is simple to do. Yes, for us salah is so as far as it is simple to do. We need to first define that. Is it specific? Yes, it is specific. Then look at the end bit. What is the measurable? It is 5 times a day for us. We need to do that. Then A is it is attainable. Yes, it is attainable. We need to look at the resources we have so we could make that attainable. And then R is it realistic. For example, no one says to you, oh, read 5 times a day, and you also have to do 1,000 wafs every day as well. You might do one day, but you might not where you go for the next 2 or 3 days because you're so tired. Make it realistic. And then finally, the time you have. You should make time up for this. Set yourself these goals. If it's a new year, we say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, I want to become really strong, I want to grow some biceps or muscles, I want to have a healthy diet. Why don't you set ourselves these goals? I just want to share something with myself. We use our phones and technology for all sorts of social media, WhatsApp. There are so many things out there. Only a few days ago, I just saw Surah where it talks about that, goals. Download, look at some apps on the Google Play, on your Android. Look at some apps on the App Store. Just type in daily goals and you can set yourself down. Look at yourself, set, and this is what sort of the scholars should do. Okay, so the difference is you are doing on your phone. Imam Hassan, a great scholar, he should write that note down. The great scholars should write down the things he should do and how many times you do it. And if they fail, you should rub that off and do it again. And Allah Almighty used to look at these actions like Imam Hassan mentioned. When he did this, every single day he should write down his sins all night long. He has lessons, read them, list out himself. He said, Allah Almighty, from this. He went to sleep. One night he woke up and he saw that list he had written was empty, and at the bottom says, because, O Imam Hasbi, you have looked at yourself, Allah Almighty forgive you. So why don't we do that? We update status on Facebook about where we've been, a wedding we had, maybe we're brushing our teeth or what breakfast we had this morning, all these different things we do. Why don't we have certain things we do on our phones that will remind us, oh, you need to get up for morning Fajr namaz time. What we have to write on our phones at this time, at the night time, I cheat myself, write an entry in a diary, there's loads of this afternoon. Make your own physical diary that I read my 5 times namaz. I have read Astaghfirullah how many times. I read Subhanallah this many times. I read Salawat this many times. I achieved this many times. I have the appropriate this many times. To yourself, I'm not saying you go out to the world, this is riyakari. To yourself, and then you can evaluate yourself. Self-evaluation is good. And now is a beautiful time. We always say that Ramadan is our time to do. That's wrong, my dear brothers. Ramadan is a time to get bear the fruits of what you could work on. Before is a time to start working up towards Ramadan. So you can start to understand what Ramadan is all about. When actually Ramadan comes, the mistake we make is we try to hard in Ramadan. We try to do the 11 months of struggle in 1 month, which is wrong. We should be doing beforehand. So my message today is, let's start to make ourselves better Muslims. And trust me, even if you still have one thing you do, for example, if you're not reading salah by Jamaat, or if you're not talking to your mother or father, or if you're not doing something which is good for yourself, if you take one goal, one at a time, and set 30 days, 60 days, and then see the results for yourself, see Allah Almighty will put this nafs mutma'inna in your heart. You will feel the tranquility in your heart. You will feel better. Inshallah. May Allah Almighty give us tawfiq. What I said is good today. Whatever I said is khair. Whatever I said is good from Allah Almighty. Whatever I said for myself is no mistake. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ.